of graffiti differentiates it from other elemental hip-hop counterparts. Although you can throw an illegal show featuring DJs, MCs, B-boys, you can also throw a legal one where the quality of each element is not disturbed. Whereas graffiti cannot be domesticated. The streets are the gallery. It's like seeing a lion in the wild. And from an urbanism standpoint, graffiti is about learning how to be tactile with your surroundings. Many writers refer to this as a sickness, something that takes over you. The type of thing that when you start doing it, consumes your life. You can't even drive a car because you're too busy looking at walls. The sickness is really seeing for the first time that you can interact with things in a way that most people don't. I feel that it's not a sickness really, but a way of re-engaging with your surroundings in a primal form. When you are out late at night painting and you're hiding in some sort of synchronicity with traffic flow, you begin to understand the way the city breathes. You see in a new way that your city's alive. By putting your hand up on a wall, you interact with your environment, leaving a mark saying, I was here, saying, I noticed the way that sodium light hits the wall at night. In this way, you begin to understand the texture of the city. For many writers, the only thing they feel they own is their signature. And leaving it places is a form of giving back to their city. Giving it your most valued possession. Looking at your surroundings in this way, you begin to understand the context of your city. You begin to understand how gentrification, you begin to understand gentrification. You notice how development in your city is something external. How it begins to drive people out of their communities. Furthermore, you begin to understand media space. You begin to understand how a daily bombardment of advertisements without any regard to the urban environment and for the people who live there affects their communities. You begin to understand the importance of putting something up on a wall that doesn't sell something. It is in this way that you begin to reappropriate media space, your place in the city. And here's the math punchline, which is really stupid, I'm sorry. So consequently, this is probably the most hip-hop thing I've ever said. So therefore, it's a contradiction. Therefore, hip-hop is both necessary and sufficient.